Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're gonna be talking about demons and shinobis. So yeah, let us begin, ladies and gents. So this after the training episode. So we currently now see our boy Izuku as he's eating with the rest of the girls, or at least, well, not really kind of eating with the girls. It's more like, eating by himself, near nobody. Like he's basically like, far away as hell. As one of the girls would say this. Being that of our girl Katsuragi. Hey, it's actually starting to become a little bit boring. Especially since that cutie over there doesn't want to talk with us, she would say. As after saying that, one of the girls, specifically Yagyu, would say, I'm okay with this. At least he uh, doesn't get near Hibari all that much. I'm thankful for that, at least. As after saying that, one of the girls would say, specifically Asuka would say, hey, Yagi, you don't need to say that. Besides, remember, he's gonna be our teammate from now on, or at least our sort of teammate. As after saying that, she would, look towards the others. As one of them specifically, Ikaruga would say, yes, it's gonna be beneficial for us to at least talk to him now and again. And besides, he's quite powerful and we don't want him to start thinking of us as enemies. As one of the other girls would say, specifically Hibari would say, yeah, maybe we can become friends. And, she would just be a little bit more, cute as usual. As one of the people there, specifically our boy Kiria, as he would say, yes, girls, I wouldn't want my son to start thinking that he should become a evil ninja. And besides, his power and his skills are quite great, and I want to at least help him, he would say. As one of the girls would say, specifically Asuka, yeah, I mean, you basically gone overworked to the point that you basically forgotten your own son. As he would say this, yes, that's why I want to rectify that. I want to be a father. I want to at least help him. As after saying that, one of the girls would say, yeah, that's gonna be hard work, she would say, specifically our girl Katsuragi. As he would say this, yes, but for now, let's try and at least help him. Especially you, Asuka, considering that you're going to be the head of the Hanzo family soon. As she would say this, yeah, I get that. I do need to make allies soon as well. After that, we would go back to our boy Izuku. So, we currently see our boy Izuku as he's currently eating with his boy Orthros. Which, if you've forgotten what he looks like, well, he looks like this. Yes, our boy looks like a two-headed dog with a weird ass looking tail that resembles that of a lizard. Yes, if you've forgotten, he looks like this. So, we currently see our boy Izuku as he's currently eating with Orthros once again, as he would say this. Hey, Orthros? As Orthros would look at him as he would say, yes, master? As he would just look at him with like a confused face as he would say, I'm actually quite surprised that you like soba, he would say. As he's currently eating, slurping up some like bowls of soba. Or, bowls, not balls. As he would say, oh. As he would just swallow a handful of soba noodles, as he would say, I had the taste acquired a few days ago. Let's just say I was quite curious of the dish. As he would once again, grab more basically from the bowl as he would chew it down. Now imagine that God, I actually forgotten the anime's name. It's the one where the guy literally has like a online shopping ability It's an isekai. And if you don't know what is the actual name, I honestly don't know the actual name either. So, if you can search up the name, that would be thankful. And also, I'm maybe planning to watch that again. So, anyway, continuing on. As while Izuku and him are basically eating, he would notice a few people watching him. As you would say, huh? The heck? As you would look behind him, as you would see, one of the girls there. As he would look behind him, being that of Katsuragi, as she would say, "Hey there," she would say, as she would come up towards him, as she would say, "So, what you doing?" she would say, as you would say, as he would be currently be eating like some katsudon, as you would say, just eating, he would say, as she would say this, oh, and she would look towards, our boy, Arthros, as Arthros would say this. "Hello there, young miss," he would say. As she would say this. "Oh, you're so cute," she would say, as she would basically, put both of her hands on top of his head, as he would say, "Even though I would probably hate it back then, I feel comfortable with it," he would say. As Izuku would say, "Dude, you're the son of, of Echidna, aka the literal mother of all monsters, and you like this?" As he would say this. "What, it feels comforting," he would say. As he would say, "Oh my fucking god," he would say to himself. As he would say, "Either way, what are you doing here?" he would say. As she would say, "Come on, please don't be that, that rude. Besides, we're gonna be teammates." As he would say this. "No, I'm just acting as like a mediator for now. Besides, why do you even care?" he would say. As she would say this. "Well, our sensei, Kiryu, wants to..." As he would say, "Great, now him again. What do you want exactly? And what does that old man want exactly as well?" As she would say this. Well, you see, he wants to help you out. Even though he didn't get the time to, help you out as a kid, he wants to help you now. There." As he would say, "You're joking, right? Why would I actually want to, let him help me? After all he did, after he basically abandoned me and mom." As he would say this. I meant she. Well, wait for a second. As she would say this. Your dad just wants to help you, okay?" As after saying that, he would say this. "I do not need his fucking help. Only thing I need right now is peace and quiet while I'm eating, and you're ruining it," he would say. As she would say this. "Yeah, no, I'm gonna be staying here," she would say, as she would basically sit right beside him. As he would just grumble, saying, "Fine, but don't ruin this," he would say. As after saying that, he would basically grab, not really grab, but more like get a spoonful of his katsudon as he would, shove it in his mouth. As he would say, "This feels like home," he would say. Or at least tastes like home. As after saying that, she would say, "So, what about your home?" she would say. As he would look towards her, as he would say, "Yeah, I'm not telling you," he would say. As, he would say it with a cold tone, as she would say, "Come on, don't be that rude," she would say. As you would say this. You can't tell me what to do. Besides, I would rather be, left alone," he would say. As she would say this. As she would basically pout a little bit. As she would say, "Oh, I know," she would say. "How about you try and play..." As you'd say, "Play what exact..." As he would, get his... Well, you know how, Katsuragi would always, that with, our girl, Asuka? Well, she's doing it this time, but except with Izuku's lower region. As she would say, "How to play try and hide the pickle," she would say. As Izuku would say, "Hey, stop that," he would say. As currently we also see Orthros just eating peacefully, as you would say. Well, this is certainly good entertainment. Yeah, he just doesn't give a fuck at this point. He just like seeing Izuku like, acting somewhat like a normal kid, or at least, somewhat a normal kid. I mean, considering that he basically summons demons and is now living with a bunch of ninja girls, well, that's definitely not normal. As while this was happening, he would, look behind him and would see, well, not really behind, but more like, a few people were, coming up towards him, trying to find Katsuragi, which she left early, and they were trying to find her. As when Izuku would look back, he would see the rest of Team Hanzo, and, his dad. Currently, we also see, Kirya as he's giving up thumbs up, as you'd say, way to go, son. As currently the other girls are, like, confused, but currently Yagyu is currently covering the eyes of Hibari. As Izuku would say, "Get off me!" he would say. As she would say this, "Oh," she would say, "I didn't get to find the pickle." As she would say that with a somewhat innocent tone, as you'd say, "Stop looking for my... whatever," he would say. As after saying that, he would grab his Katsudon, which was safely, put on the bench nearby, as he would say, "I'm eating somewhere else." As after saying that, he would leave, as Katsuragi would say this. "That I did something wrong," she would say, as Asuka would say this. "Yes, you did several things wrong," she would say, as she would say this. Whatever," she would say, as she would basically, get out of the, more like, got up from, from the bench, as she would basically say this. "So, we should probably follow him, right?" As one of the girls would say, specifically Kagura would say, "Yes, we should probably follow him, and you need to apologize immediately," she would say. As she would say this. "Fine." As after saying that, we would go, we would go with Izuku, or at least, try and follow Izuku, while our boy Orthros would be done with the soba, as he would say, "I'll follow you," he would say. As one of the girls would say, specifically Hibari would say, "Sure, Mr. Actually, what is your name?" As he would say this. "Orthros. Call me Orthros," he would say. As he would say that. After saying that, she would say, "Fine, let's go," she would say. As after saying that, they would start leaving. Currently. As while he was basically like getting out of there, he would say, "God dang it, why are they so annoying and why they're so persistent and... especially that old man. What does he want? Why does he want to basically be my father again? After he basically abandoned me and mom." As while he was saying that out loud, he would not notice, but, he would not notice that someone was watching him. As the woman would, or at least the person that was watching him was a female, as she would say this. "So this must be his son. Yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance, but... that idiot. I still can't believe that he actually forgotten his own son. Though, I am quite interested in how strong he is. The person would be revealed to be some delinquent-looking woman, to say the least. As we would see, a woman wearing... Actually, I'm just gonna say it. It's basically just like, like Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. She just looks exactly like him. But except, she's obviously female. As she would say this. "So, you're the son of our teacher." Truly, I feel sad for him, but I certainly want to see how strong you are. After saying this, she would drop down from the tree that which she was on, basically watching him, as she would basically cause a big, sound. As he would say, "What the?" As he would look behind him and would see her. As she would say, "So kid, wanna fight?" And so, this is where we're gonna be ending off this episode. So yeah, hope you liked the video, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye!